We can continue. Manda is back. Others are back too. Back. Good. Thank you. So I think we have. Okay, so let's continue. Any questions so far before we go further? We have completed this exercise. Good. Please understand, when you practice, it will be easier. If you don't practice, it's very simple to forget because it's very simple. But there are a lot of navigation steps. And I always believe whenever you do navigation, sure, there are two types of brain. Right? One brain is we call static brain and one is dynamic. Right? Dynamic brain only works when you challenge yourself, which some of you are doing, like when you do lab, right? Some of you are enjoying, right? But when you do navigation, you enjoy because your dynamic brain is working. Some of you feel awkward. That's a static brain, because static brain doesn't like movement like static. Like example, same old. Static brain, most of us somehow build our static brain because we don't like change. Change is hard. But when you're moving page, moving navigations, if you enjoy that, your dynamic brain is working fine. Right? It takes time. Dynamic brain, which is more lazy, it requires practice. And when you practice, dynamic brain will help you a lot. Okay? Anytime you make decision, you use dynamic brain. So now moving to the next level called process builder. So let's do process builder. So before we do process, I want to give you some idea. Please see on the screen. What is the process builder? Means here, saving and save it. So this works. So what is process builder? So as example, let's say I'm trying to add a new record. Just an example here, customer. Just an example. Let's say I'm trying to add record. Now you see here, I'm trying to add record. As soon as, let's say, you enter informations about account ID or type or anything you add, let's assume you have account ID, you change it. I want system date, so I don't have to select it. Make sense? Yeah. Or something like, just an example, right? You are doing something and you want other thing, and that's what we're trying to do. Make sense? Like example, if this is changed, like example, I came here and right now I can say date 97, but I came here, let's say I want to change something. So if I change, let's say 501, at that time, I want to change this to current date. Or sometimes you add something and you want to change other column. Process builder itself is infinite. So it's not like one simple thing. So what is process builder? When you do something, you want to take next steps. Then you want to send email, you want to change column, you want to change record. There are so many processes you can do. So I'm going to show you one or two examples, but there are hundreds of options. Depends on your need, you may be doing that. So first, let's go to our object manager. So we'll go to object manager, click here setup, and jump into object manager, setup, and we're in object manager. Good. Everyone is here? Yes. Now here, search process builder, and you will see process builder. Yes, sir. Now, I just want to remind you, there are two things happening. Process builder is considered as a kind of old-fashioned. It's more automatic, but it's more hidden. User doesn't see them. Process builder is more backend. Now, Salesforce is doing another thing called flow builder. So flow builder is the one they encourage you to use, because flow builder does cover most of the things what process builder does. But flow builder also gives you option called screen flow. The process builder was more about triggers, internal details, and it was hidden in the sense of it does good job, but it is like without user involvement. But now the new concept is called flow builder, does allow both. Like you can do process builder activity, but also you can do screen flow, and we'll cover that both. So click on process builder. So in a process builder, I'm here. Good.
Yes.
Now there are few more steps are there. It's not that complex, but it's very interesting way to understand. This Salesforce has designed as a simple thing. You're not writing too many codes, but you need to understand how it works. So I'm going to click on new. So it is asking, hey, do you want to use Flow Builder? Because that is going to be a future. Makes sense? Huh? They are going to deprecate, but I will cover that part. So process builder. Whenever you have this type of thing, one is there and new is coming. In interview, they will ask. Process builder is more background. Flow builder has both background and foreground. You want to interact screen, like example, if you do like mortgage loan, and you want to change the page, Flow builder. But if you want to do trigger, email, behind the scene, process builder. But Flow builder does now a similar capability as process builder. So let's click on continuous process builder. So your screen will change when you are here. I'm going to name like example process system plan. I'm just making up process system plan. You can do a lot of things here. Again, I'm just touching surface. So please, you can think about process means what actions you want to take. You will see in few minutes. Now I'm going to say upon account ID default enrollment date default to system date. Good so far. Now it is asking me question. Okay, all those things are good, but when you're going to trigger the process, because process is hidden. So when you want to trigger this thing, so there are options available. If you do drop down box, you can see here a record change, a platform event, or any other process. So one process can trigger other process also. So when this completes, other process starts, right? Or platform event message received. So if somebody send you email, then you can also get that. But right now we're going to focus on record change. So let's select record change. So when you say record change, first it will say wait a minute. I don't know which object you are talking about. So far we have not selected object. So first of all, so it will ask what object you want me to work on. So let's click on save. So now it will go to nice flow diagram. So there's a flow diagram. Diamond, you see diamond, it's a decision block. Now we have to populate one by one everything. So we're going to click on, see, first understand everything we need to populate, right? Otherwise it won't work properly. So we're going to start here. We'll click on add objects. So we're going to click on add objects. So without object, we'll not have a record change. So we'll select all add objects. And here we'll type my customer account. My customer account. Make sense? Huh? Now it gives me options. Only one record is created. It means add time. And here when record created or edited. So both. Right? So that part is done. And then you can save it. Click on save. If you just focus on this, it's only one time. If you focus on this, every time you edit. Okay. So save it. Any question first step?
No.
That's simple. We selected the object. That's what we did.
It's not letting take invalid selection.
It means you are not selected correctly. Make sure the proper things are selected. This table might be on. You shouldn't be typing, selecting. Now click on add criteria. Click on add criteria where you write a condition when process should start. So object is there. In an object, what conditions we need to do. So here I click on add criteria. Now you can write any name in criteria. So I'll write the conditions that hey, whenever account ID change, so account ID change. I'm just writing in English, account ID change or add, whatever it is. Right? So I'm adding account ID. Anytime I make account ID, at that time, I want this condition will become change, means trigger. Do I have to write criteria? If I don't write criteria, always it will work. If I write criteria, only it will work when account ID is changing. Make sense? So sometimes you have thing, you want to change something based on certain column value change. So that one. Now here, you give me options. Conditions are met. Only run when the conditions are met. No criteria, just execute this action. So no criteria means no condition. So right now I came here, conditions are met. So now first what condition I want. So I click here. And here I'm going to select the column. So my column here, I'm going to say account ID. I'm focusing on account ID. I'll say choose. So here I selected account ID. Make sense? Now here I'm going to use options called each change. Each change. So that is my condition. And it is change, Boolean is true. If this condition is true. So if somebody changed my account ID, the condition is true. Make sense? Please understand. The only reason we are doing this thing when account ID is changed. So we selected account ID is changed, Boolean and true. Now, if I want to write some additional condition, I can, but that's good enough for me. Right? Now, I'm going to save this. So this added the diamond, account ID change. So far, so good. Now, let's say account ID is changed. What do you want me to do? Right? So click on add action, click on add action. And when you click on add action, it's going to pop up what actions you want. So there are many actions you can take. So example, I can send email, then I can execute a flow. I can do customer notification, submit some approval. I can do a lot of things. I can create a new record. Are you understand? There are tons of things you can do. So this itself is an interesting topic, but any company you go, there will be a process. And process is be defined, right? Business process model. Here you automate it. Goal of the exercise, you know how process works. All these things is not going to take time because once you understand how process works, sending email, you need a form to subject. If you want to enter a record, which record you want to enter. So it will be a few minutes actually. But you and your team has to think about your project. Don't do the same thing as I said I'm doing. In your project, read a lot, watch a lot of YouTube videos, and then come up with a lot of new processes. Because more you do, more you will. See, don't put yourself in a box. This is the only thing. Break the box, right? Go crazy. Why? Because you can learn more. Because these are the questions people will ask. Do you know process builder? What you did, how you did, what process you implemented. Those questions will be there in your interview. So it's very important that you
Can add only one add action or can I
add single. You can add many.
more?
You can send email also. Like example, if you send email and then you add it, so it will keep adding. Okay. For time being, I'm saying update record. So it is asking what is action name. So I'll say update date, update enrollment date, right? Enrollment date. Now I'll say, okay, you want to update, then which record type you want to update. So I'll select the first one. So please understand. If you click here, please understand. If you click here, do you want to update the existing record, which is my customer account, or you want to update the related record? So you can update related record also. I understand. So when you enter one type, other record you can update. So you have choice. So if you click on it, you have two options. You select the first one. That's the current object. But if you want to do related object, child object also you can update. Then choose. So good. Now it says, okay, you're performing action. What actions you want to perform? So here I'm going to select date. So here I'm saying, you know what? Date. Yeah, account open date. Account open date. And the values. How do I get the values? So the values. Once again, set new field value for the record you update. 1 second. So here, please understand, here there are some available options available. So I'm going to say formula. I'm using formula. Are you understand?
Yes.
And from there, I'm going to use building formula because I do not know the formula, so I'm using formula, and I use building formula, so I get this thing. I selected formula, building formula, so I get this. Good so far. Now here we are not looking for field, we're looking for function. So I'm looking for now or date type of functions. So if you see date type, and from there I'm looking for day will be okay. What is there? Today. Let me take today. Make sense? Today means it will give me the date, and then choose it. So it will be like this. I'm not typing at all. The only thing I'm doing is selecting. Make sense? Now I'll say use this formula. So what we are saying is the anytime account change happen, you will make this date today's date. That's what we are doing. You can do a lot of interesting things, if condition, else condition, all a lot of things. As you get better, you can consider that. Use. Now I'm gonna save it. At this moment, your process is done because you have everything ready. You can write many process, account ID change, and if account ID did not change and other things change, then other actions, and you can add as many actions here. This is gonna go crazy. Make sense? Like example, when you complete the Amazon order, right? When you place order, first credit card processing will happen. Second, shipping information will happen. Third, order master will update. The fourth, email will come to you. So there are a lot of activity happening. So you can consider those as a process. Make sense? And good news, you are not writing any code. At this moment, process is there, but I have to, activate the process. So if I activate the process, it says, are you sure you want to activate? I say, yes, I want to activate it. So I confirm. The process is now activated. Please understand, interview question, you cannot edit the process. So if you want to create, you have to start new process. That's a problem. So that's anytime you have to start a new process or you want to modify the existing process, you have to create a clone of existing process and then modify. And you have to deactivate the old process. So once process starts, you cannot change. So right now, process started. Now I want to verify this is really working or not. So let's go to our application. Our application is here, right? So I'm gonna do Control Shift refresh. I like to play around, so I'm gonna say refresh, Control Shift refresh, and I'm gonna see right now. Right now, I'm gonna select for time being. I'm gonna select the date differently for this record. Are you guys with me so far?
Yes.
Right. I'm gonna select some different date just for time being. So I select October 1. So far so good. Right, and I'm gonna save it. So you can see right now October 1 selected, right? If our process works, and if I make an account ID change, it should change to today's date. Then you just need to say ta-da. Ready? Are you understanding? So I'm going to change it, and I'm going to say let's say 4. And if I save it, what do you need to say? Was it hard at all? Right? It changed to today's date. So this is just an example how you can do process, but you can anytime somebody change it, you want to know who did what change, who did what. That's called audit trail. You can add that information. Like when you go to bank ATM, right? When you withdraw, transfer, everything is logged. That's also a process. So that way you can audit who did what and where. Yes or no? The user will not know. But if you have process, audit trail process, you can do that. Okay? Question, concerns, doubt. Any questions so far? So far, so good. So let's write another process. If sometimes, listen carefully, if sometimes your balance is less than 100,000, please pay attention. If your balance is less than 100, sorry, less than 100, then this will be a checking. But if it is greater than 100 or equal to 100, we'll say saving. Make sense, huh? So you get idea. This time, what is changing? balance. We are changing balance. And what is reflecting? Type. Right? So we will be focusing on balance as a new process. So let's do it. So remember, we are already in a process builder. So if you read carefully, we are already here, but I can't change this. Right? So in this situation, right, if I want to do, I can't change because I can only clone it. Right? So I'm going to clone it. First, let me deactivate. You know why? Because this is what I told you, right? Because it's you cannot change it. So right now I'm going to clone it. Make sense or not? I'm going to clone. So it's going to ask me what is the name clone on that. Just say version 1. Just write version 1. Right? I want everything but additional things. So version 1, and I save it. So this will be now new version 1. You can see my screen. I have version 1. Say yes.
Yes.
Everything what I have done is going to be there. But it gives me options to add new criteria. So here, if you read in English, you are saying, hey, account ID is not changed. That's what you're saying. So here, what I'm going to do is balance change. Right? Balance is like that. So I'm going to add cut. So this process will have two actions. One for account ID, it will work. At the same time, it will work for balance. So let's click here. So here we have to see criteria. I'm going to say balance. Sorry, we'll say criteria, balance, amount, decide. Yeah, balance amount. That's a criteria, balance amount. Right? So here we are saying conditions are met. So we have two conditions. So like example, if and else, right? So if condition met, what we will do, and if condition is not met, what we'll do. So we'll see here. So conditions are met. So here we'll click on the column and we'll select the balance. And choose it. So we have balance here. And here we'll say if balance is less than, we'll say less than. If balance is less than, right? Sorry, my mistake. I should have selected no balance. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Less than is 100, right? That's what we want, right? So here we selected a balance. You can see on the screen. Here we selected a balance. We say less than 100. If that's a condition, what am I going to do? If that's the conditions, in that situation, I'm good with that, right? Because then I have to go for save. I'm going to save it. So this condition will be added in this diagram, right? So I'm going to save it. Now, what action I need to do? So this is this part, action, right? So now add action, and here I'm going to say action type update record, and here I'll say account type. Click here and select the first one. And says choose, because that's the same record. Now here I'll say field name will be type, right? Field name will be type. Now here it's less than 100, so I'll say checking. Here I'll say update record met all conditions. I'll only make that. Sorry for that. I have to say update record met all conditions. So I have to make that, right? Because it's only do when it is true, right? Only true we do this. So update record met all conditions, and then I have to do again type. Sorry for that. Update record. You're already here, so I think it should be fine. No criteria, just update the record. Yeah, it said update the record. Yeah, no criteria, right? Because you're already in this dimension, right? So it's already condition checked already. So we should be fine. So type, in that case, we say check. So therefore, good. and we will save it. We'll save it. Good so far? But we are not done yet. Otherwise, what? Otherwise, there's another condition we'll add. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Because this one is for less than. So we'll click here. And yes, we'll say balance amount greater than 100. Greater or equal to 100. Greater or equal or equal. Right? Now here conditions. So you will select, now you know very well, right? You're going to select balance. Choose it. Now condition is greater than or equal to. Right? Then here we'll say 100. Now we'll say save it. So you are going in that direction. Now add action. Right? Add action. We'll select update record. Here we'll say same thing. Account type. In this case will be saving. So I'll just write that. Record type. First one. Select the connected. And here we'll say keep it no conditions. And we'll say account type. String. And here we'll say save. Good so far? And save it. And then save. Good so far? Now I'll save it. And then I have to activate it. Save and activate. So if I confirm that, process is activated. Now let's go back to our entry. I normally like to refresh because it takes a little time. That is one of the issue. I noticed that its screen refresh takes a little time. So come here, check it out. Right now it's saving. Yes or no? I'm going to do $50. I'm going to edit this and say $50. And if it becomes checking, you need to say ta-da, 50. And I'm going to do saving. Change, checking. And if I do now 150, you got the idea. I cannot go beyond this. It's so easy and powerful and pretty good. Question, concerns, doubt. Good. Hello. Good. People on phone, it's okay to give me thumbs up, something, some acknowledgement. I'm not getting any thumbs up. Okay, Sign gave me. So good. At least I know that you guys are there listening. Wouldn't great like if I get more thumbs up, right? Otherwise, I will not know that you're there or you're not there, right? I'm not able to see you, right? So it's very important. Okay, now moving along. We are doing fantastic so far. So now process builder is gone. We are going to do screen flow. Screen flow is a little harder because it has a lot of steps involved. So I'm going to walk you through what is required, and you need to help me because I also make mistakes. Remember, the reason I'm able to do without any reference material because I do a lot of practice. It's not I memorize it, I understand it. I also mentioned many times, when I was young, learning, I was memorizing, but not understanding. But then as I realized that the challenge you have is memory, you will lose. But you ride bicycle, you will not lose. If you ride, if you know how to swim, you will not lose because you understand how to swim. So it's very important. When you understand, you will remember it for a long period of time. If you memorize within a day or two, you'll forget. For me, I will remember this thing almost, I would say, many years when I don't practice it. The reason I have done enough practice. So my mantra is very simple. Anything you do 5 to 10 times. So it plant in your mind. Now, what is the screen flow? So first you need to understand screen flow. So screen flow, what we are going to do, please, it has a lot of steps. Always remember when I explain, focus on screen. Physically here, but mentally not here is not going to help. So here we will start. After we start, we will have screen. And what we want is user to add something on a screen. When user add into screen, what we want to do, we want to add information into the database. We want to add into database. So when you add this information, It's go to database. We can add a condition also, like, but it will take a little time. You can add a condition. If it is this condition, go to this database. If this is this condition, go to this database. Or you can, for this condition, go to this table, like that. And a lot of things you can do, right? Complexity can go crazy, but this one requires a lot more work. Why? Because first we need to create a new table. So I want to show that whenever you are making change, listen carefully. Whenever you are making change, we want to create a log table, some logging. You want to log what date you are doing and why you are doing. That's what you want to log. So some kind of, when I make a change, I want to log what you are doing, right? So when this is a screen, a page. This is a screen, but a page. When somebody writes this information, I want to write in a table. And the table I need to create. The table will be my logging table. And then this flow, I need to make this flow available to the page. Remember, we created a page, and I told you guys we'll add a flow here somewhere. So we will add a flow, this flow. So it will be easily available to the user when user is changing customer details. Make sense? When user is changing customer detail, he has a flow. As soon as flow is activated, he adds this information that will be added in a thing. Because right now you have object is customer, my customer, or my customer account. But there is no way you can add an audit trail. Right now we don't have. So this is like a way, and this flow can be used anywhere because you are asking only two things, date and why. Right? Same flow you can add in customer, and same flow you can add in a my customer account also. Make sense? So this is like whole exercise. It takes 15-20 minutes. So please pay attention. It's a little harder. There are steps are different things. So making sure you understand. So let's move fast. Okay. First, we're going to create an object. So let's go to object manager. And then in object manager, we're going to say setup. This is setup. And in that object manager, click on object manager. So here I'm going to create a new table. So we're going to say create object. First, create object. I'm going to create an object. So when you click on create object, it will start with the table name. So here I'll say bank log. I'll just say bank audit log. Bank audit log. Very simple. Improve plurals and just use that. I'll just add S box. You can write a capture bank audit log. Just capture. Okay. It is asking content sensitive help. No need to worry about that. That's fine. Data type, text fine. Allow reports, allow activities, allow tracking, allow chatter, right? Deploy, allow search. Make sure you understand. Allow. Add a new, launch new custom tab. So it will add a custom tab. Good. Now save. So this will allow me in custom, select the custom log. So you can pick anything you like a book or other thing is there, some book or some notebook or something you have. Pick anything. It doesn't need to be same. It doesn't need to be same. Whichever you like, you may want to select it. So I don't care about a particular item. Let's say I use the books to select that. And that's fine. And save. Next. Now here, apply one tab visibility, right? Apply different tab visibility. So here, that's fine. Default one, that's fine. And next, now it is asking add a custom apps. I don't want to add in all, so I'm going to uncheck that. And I look for our app. What is our app? Bank, right? Scroll down all the way, and you will have bank. Just check bank. Make sense, one? Uncheck this thing, and then the last one to select is a bank. Now save it. So that will create a table, but no columns. So we're going to add 2 columns. Ready? Can I count everyone is here?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Now click on field and relationship. Field and relationship. And we'll say here, see, already have last modified by, right? So technically, I don't want to ask date because it is automatically selecting the date created by. Oh, they don't have date. Owner ID. Oh, they don't have date. I thought the date is there, right? They don't have date. So we'll add date. Right. So let's create a new. Yes, sir. And we'll select a date. Click on date. And then we'll say next. And here we'll write a field name, like a log date. We'll say log date, no space, log date. So that way we know which date log is being created. Description, you can say log space date. Right? I'll say it's required. Always require value the field to save. So I'll say always required. Make sense? It's always required. Now default value, it is asking default value. I want to do today, right? Default value. So we can say so formula editor. Are you understanding? Right? So click on that. Why would I type if system can do for me, right? So here today, if you can find today, I found today, double click on it. What that means is going to select this thing, select field type. So its date is there, right? So here, it default, it will take that. So here, that's fine. I think I already got it, right? So we should be fine. Now go to next. I selected today here. Why? Because I don't want to enter the date. System will automatically select it. So next. Everything looks good. And then next. And save. Save and new. Save and new. So we selected one column, date. Now I want to have another column where user can write a reason for the change, which is called text, right? So we're going to have text. We'll keep it simple text. So just say text. Make sense? Text and say next. And we'll give a column name log reason, no space. Log reason. You can have log underscore reason if you want to, but it doesn't matter. Log reason. And description. So I'll say log space reason. What is the reason you are changing it, right? Allow require. So here always require because you can't just enter without. So you have to enter that, right? Because I don't know if you select date, but you don't give me reason. What's the point, right? So auto add, that's fine. Everything looks good. There's no formula for this one. So next. And oops. So length, okay. So length, let's say 40. Maybe let's more. Maybe 100 is good. 100 is fine because you're going to write bigger text here, longer, right? So 100 is fine. Next. And next. And save. And congratulations. At this moment, any questions? So we create table. You start with table. Good. Now we are going to create a flow. We'll create a screen. It's a long process. Quick conditions. Table is created. Now we're going to create a screen. And in screen also we'll add appropriate, like what you call text box. So you can use and see that. And then we'll map those fields to these columns. So let's see how it goes. Okay. So again, we'll click on setup. Setup. And this is kind of process, but it is flow. So we'll say, let's search on screen flow or flow. I think they just name it flow. Just search flow. That's fine. Flow. Screen flow will come inside. So just search flow, FLOW. You guys see that flow? Yes, sir?
Yes.
So click on the flows. So right now the flows. Good. So this is a flow category. So I'll say just the flows. Click on flows. Now in flows, let's click on new flow. New flow. So you will have options. Do you want to create screen flow? You want to do record flow? You want to do triggers? So just in interview, people will ask. So a couple of things you need to remember. Trigger, database record. Screen, user, schedule particular time. Like example, Bank of America sent you monthly statement. They schedule every month you get. That's no one is doing automatic schedule. Trigger means one record change, one record inserted, one record deleted, it triggers. Screen flow means when user enters, it happens. And auto launch, whenever you log in or whenever you do something, you can do that. So our case right now, we're going to do screen. So you can see a screen, but here I have option screen flow, but you can click on screen. So click on the screen and you will get this. Right? So far, so good.
Yes.
Now here, there are many options. Again, as I said before, this is very infinite. It's awesome. But as long as you know where to look for, you move forward. So screen flow, click on screen flow and your screen will change. You're here. Give me thumbs up so far. Good. Now we are going to design the page because first thing I want user to enter the information because right now user doesn't have any way to enter. So in order to do so, we are going to click on plus sign. So when you click on plus sign, it's going to give me options. What do you want to do? Yes, sir. So I'll say I want to have screen. I can do action. Action means emails. I can have a decision. Like example, you in drop down box, you selected a bank loan, go to this side, customer loan, go this. So you can have a decision also. You can create a complex flow. Make sense?
Yes.
When you work on a project, if I were you, I'm like a very good student. I'm very proud what I do. I always spend 20, 30 hours when I work on a project. Like Saturday, Sunday, I'm here. I will at least work 16, 17 hours just for learning my next topic, what I'm working for my job or teaching. Sunday also 16, 17 hours, even today. I'm not a young student. When I was young, I was 20 hours I was spending. So when somebody said, today I'm not able to work, I feel awkward. This is not a country where you can say, I cannot work, I don't have time, I'll do tomorrow. This country will not give you any respect because someone will take your job. So this kind of thing, if you put a little bit effort during project, 7 days, if you all put a lot more effort, next seven or 10 years, you don't have to look back. This is my almost 28 years in the United States. Because I work hard when I was in college, I'm getting the benefit. Make sense or no? So your two choice, right? You work hard, otherwise you go. So it's very important, right? In this exercise, there are a lot of complexity you can do. So you cannot learn unless you do it. Make sense or no? So just not do one hello world. More you do, more you will save in your interview. More you will save because process builder and screen flow will be part of your day-to-day life. There is nothing special. Rest of the thing is drag and drop. Do you guys agree or not? What is changing is, like example, you a loan. If you apply for credit card score, a credit card, everything is changing based on your income, based on your resident, based on your citizen, based on experience. So all flow will trigger. That's all it is. So if you ask me, the most important thing what Salesforce says is a process builder or screen flow that decides the business activity. Once you know it, you're expert. So work hard, very hard, because this type of thing you will not do after 7 days. Why? Because your group won't be available, right? So it's a very important maximize it. So screen, click on screen. So when you click on screen, you come here, right? There are a lot of things is here. A lot of things you can do. You can write program, you can write triggers. Itself is like, you can spend like 10 plus days. We are going to do simple thing, right? So we are creating a form. So those who are business analysts, you do screen markup, right? You can say system date, right? You write a date and then you have that text box. Then you write message, write a message and your text box, and then your submit button. Yes or no? So when you submit, this information will go to database. That's what we are trying to do. It may take a few minutes, so let's get started. So it's a flow label. So I'll say audit log, bank audit log, right? Bank audit log. Descriptions, I'll repeat the same thing. Good, easy. So that part is good. Now, There are buttons here, pause, previous, and finish. If you have step-by-step flow, then you can go back and forth. Yes or no? Our is only one, so we don't need that. So here, footer, we're gonna say, I don't need, I just need one. So here I'll say hide, use standard label, 1 second. Okay, here previous, so next and finish you have, we just need finish. So hide previous, I'll hide previous because we don't need previous. And pause button, I don't need. Make sense? Right? Because there's no point. It's only one string. That part is good. At this moment, we are not done yet. Now we need to add some kind of description, like what we are trying to do right now. So there should be a display text somewhere. If you scroll down, display, you can add image and all if you want to, but there's a display text, display text or some kind of label. Did you find display text or something?
It's under display.
Yeah, text is fine too. That's fine. 1 second. I can let type here. Display. Yeah, here. Display text. So some kind of labeling kind of things you can get. Make sense? So here you just drag and drop, or just click on it. So you will get that. Right? So what do you want to display? What you want to display? So here you click here, so you get display text. Now here you can give a name. So whatever you do, you just give appropriate name. So here I'll say bank underscore display. And here I'll just write some information. Provide bank audit log. That's pretty simple. Good. Next, search here. We are going to do date. Yes, sir. So it's a date. Search date.
We are not saving like the
Everything will all date. Yeah, we'll do all together. So click on date. Yes, sir. So far so good.
Yes.
Right. Now label. This is the date. So what date? So we'll say bank. So bank audit log date. And I'll say required. It's required. You guys agree? Now it says, how are you going to get that? So right now, we don't need to worry about that part. We'll come back and change that because we have to figure it out how to map screen with the database table. That's why it's very interesting. We'll come back. Next, we need a message, right? So we'll say text. So text. And I'm going to write a text. So just add text and label, same thing, bank audit log message. And I'll say this is also required. I think I'm done with this. So far so good. You got a high level form. Now it's done. So you can see now I can add email also. So I can click on plus and email, right? It's not hard. You can add email, and every time somebody enters the information, you will get an email. It works. You don't have to do anything. Just click on plus action. You can add here and you can add action. One action is email. So you can do that. Right now, we're good. So at this moment, we have done. So let's do save. It is asking what's the flow name. So I'll say bank audit log flow. But we are not done yet. So we're going to copy this thing, put it here, and save it. Good. Any questions so far? Did we map so far? Did we map with the screen element with the database table? Did we map? Answer
No.
is no. So far, we're going to click here. Now we need one more thing called action. So we do get action. 1 second. So not here. 1 second. This one. Let's see this one. We will see somewhere action. Yes, here. So we are here. If I click on one more time, this is input. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, here you go. Action. So here it's hidden here. So are you guys able to see action?
Action button and this action is written
Where you see action?
on the input, like on the left hand side input, it
Yeah.
will open action button.
No, not that's different.
Where do you get this edit
Let
screen?
me. I'm here.
Hmm.
Right. This one, I here it you will see this action. It will come here, but it's not coming. So
Yeah, it's
yeah. If you click here, I need to map it. So I'll come up with the mapping. So let's do mapping here. I think we'll map it because we have not added yet action, right? Let's map it here. So far so good. Ready? Click here. Action. First we took a screen. Now we're gonna do action. Now you will see. Okay. Right. Now what actions we need is that we want to add a record. So somewhere we need to find create record. So see, can I search here? Create. Create record, return order. What is our table name? What is our table name?
Bank audit.
Let's see if I can get that. So it's not coming straightforward. 1 second. I need to see.
I think it's add record.
Yeah, it should come here automatically. Do you see that anywhere? Add record. Add.
Add source.
No. 1 second. It's everything is here. Add record. But that new record. 1 second.
Just add record.
Let me try add record and see if I can toggle it. Record ID. No. So advanced. 1 second. Should come here. 1 second. Let me see. 1 second. I'm just missing here. But a new resource type, variable, record choice set, sword, choice text mix, record generate set of choice using vector list of record changes. So we are right to this we came. So advanced option 1 second here. 1 second, it is coming. But they have changed a little bit here. We also have options here. What is this one? Configure screen access. Create sales record, create flow API. So this is configure screen actions. Screen actions. Normally we should see here add record. Add record action. But here, like oh here, so advanced record ID. Record ID. It's not right. Second. Whatever. This is exception. One second. Let me do one thing. I have my example. Just give me a second because I'm not seeing that screen here. I'll come back with my example first because I might have my example. So I have my example. Audit flow. Just 2 minutes. Because one step we are missing. Because in my left navigation, see here, audit log. This is record, right? That's what I'm looking for. See, I have create record, right? create record, and that seems missing, right? Create record, right? Create record. So why we are not able to see the create record? So 1 second, then audit. See here, I can see create record, and then I can do everything. I can map it, right? I need to find that option create record. So let's go back to flow. I'll go back to flow, and flow, flow. Exactly. So push. Okay, from here, flow. So flows here, we are missing one step somewhere. Oh, here you go. Yeah, here. Okay, so let me do one thing. I'm going to delete this thing. Let's see. I have saved this thing. And select element. This is fine. We are not seeing anywhere create record. So if I add here plus, let's see here. Are we missing here records? Here you go. They are hidden here. Okay. This is here. You see this? That's what we need to do. So delete the previous one. Just say create record. Create record. Now everything will be fine. Good. Give me thumbs up if you're here. Yes. So now we're going to label. So we'll say create record bank audit log. Makes sense. Easy. Good. So now, once you're here, good. Now, first thing first. Here you're going to do manual. Here you're going to do manual. We're almost there. Now, here you're going to select object. The object is, our object is, what was the object? Bank audit log, right? Yeah, here you go. So here you're going to select bank audit log. Right? Now, it is, one was automatic. One was automatic. So here it's a log region. It's a log region. So log region, if I select here, it says what value should I select log region, right? This is coming from database. This is coming from, and this is coming from your screen. So in your screen, have options. Do you see anywhere flow? Yeah, this one, right? Click on the flow. See on the screen, please. Remember, without seeing, you won't learn. So it's important you see. It's not random act. So many steps we have to do, right? Please understand, this is coming from your flow. Yes or no? So click on the flow, and then you select the message. So what you're saying is, the bank screen, whatever you type, I'm going to add here. That's what you're saying. Good so far?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's add one more column. We have column here, the date. Date. So what we're going to do, same concept. We're going to select bank flow. Oops. It didn't come from bank flow, right? Bank flow doesn't have a date coming from there, right? So screen does not give me date. So in that situation, we have other option to select system. So if you can say system, and in system date, you guys see that? So you can select. So if I select bank, didn't give one more time? It should have given, right? No. If I click here, yeah, it's there, right? I'll select that. Good, because flow has that information. So I basically what I'm doing here, please understand what I'm doing here, whatever screen you design, your screen has two items, date and message. So that date is this one. I'm passing to my record. And the message is this one. I'm passing to this. Make sense? Looks good. Otherwise, everything looks good. So this time we're going to do save. Please understand, we are not yet activating, but we are saving. First, we'll do debug. Debug in the sense of if everything working, right? So there is options available to debug. So when you click on debug, you will see on the screen, you will see the nice screen where you enter the data and say, okay, run it. So far, so good, run it. So you will get a screen like that. Okay. So I select the date. So you will see here information this side. And let's say back, let's say test log. And I say next. You can see it did properly and it say record has ready to create. So everything looks good to me. There's no error. So good. So that looks good. So now go to change input. So you went here. Let me, sorry, my mistake. I want to go back now. So I'm going to go to tab, previous tab. At this moment, I'm going to activate. Ready? So I'm going to activate. So when I activate it, this flow is available for consumptions. Any questions so far? So far, so good. But this flow is not attached yet. This flow is not attached. So how do I attach it? Remember, I asked you before break, how do I attach this thing? Who remember?
In schema builder?
No, not in schema. You're close, but not that. Schema builder only works for object schema. You are adding this flow in page layout. Page layout. So let's go to object manager first. I'm going to use my previous tab. Go to that and go to setup. Good so far. Now here, first thing you look for app manager, manager, not this one, builder. Sorry for that. Naming conventions of confusion. You will see light. Yeah, here you go. Builder. Light app builder. You see this? This is your best friend. Because if your application, listen carefully, if your applications, if your tabs, your layout, and if you want to customize, this is the way you customize. Okay, so it's very important. So I'm going to app builder. So in app builder, I will be creating a page. So it's a new. Now we are doing record page. Did we? I think we did it, right? So we can use the existing page. Sorry, I don't have to create a new page. We already have page. So we can, sorry for that. I thought we created. What was our page name? This one?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll use this one. I remember everything we did it. So if I'm not created, then I'll create, because before break, we created page and I think you all have, right? So if you click it, you will see the layout. Are you guys able to? Now do edit. So we're going to say edit. And this page layout was there, and this time I told you, remember, we'll use flow. Right? Sounds familiar? Now here, search flow. So this flow, you can put anywhere, but I'm going to put it somewhere closer to here. So I'm going to drag it and I'm going to drop close to here. So flow is on the top. As soon as I put flow, it says which flow you want to activate. What is our flow? Our flow has a customer. So we'll search here. What was the bank? Bank. Did we do audit log? A bank audit log, right? That's our name. Bank audit flow. Make sense? Now you're going to save it and activate it. Save it and save and activate. So this will be now available to, and we'll select organizations. So this one is good. Okay, this page set default is that. That's fine. It's already set, so I don't have to do anything. Activation is there. So I need to do this. I'll just do remove as org default. You're already there. I think it should be fine. Now we'll come back if needed. Now let's go to our app. So we'll go to our app and we'll try to see this. So I'm going to compose this. Where is my app? Let's open a new something here and we'll go to app launcher. So click here. Anytime you want to go to app, you can click here. You can search your app because your search bank is there also, right? Yes, my bank. Yes, on. So you can search on bank. And if you go to configure to my customer, so if you go to my customer, click on maybe my customers and click any of the existing record. In my customer, if you go to all records, doesn't matter, and pick any record, and you should see on your right side the flow. Are you guys able to see? Give me thumbs up. Yes, on. So now let's say I'm changing. Did I go here? I came here, right? You can pick any record, one record, doesn't matter, or you can go to all records from my customers, right? You can come to my customers, either take one record or you can take all record, and then you try to edit that, right? So like example, I want to edit this thing. So I came here, and as soon as I do here, let's say, I'm just making up, right? Let's change state, let's say I change to Florida to Illinois. So I make that, and at the same time, I'm going to select the date. It's select the date, whatever I want. If I use process builder, I would do automatic. Some reason it should have come automatic because it's today's date. And here I'll say changing state, right? Changing state from Florida to Illinois. I'm just making, and I'll say this one I'm saving separately. This one is separately, and I save this thing, and I say next, and it is done. So it's done. At this moment, if it is done properly, then in this audit log, I should see that information. Yes or no? If it is there, you need to give thumbs up and that complete cycles. Do you see that one entry which we entered? You see this entry is there. One was a debugger, and the second is that. So if I click here, it should say that record has added test log. This was a test log, sorry. I'll go there. And the first one, and you can say, why it is just a test log? Did not get it. Or do we need to refresh? Maybe refresh. We did a. Oh, I did not come. Maybe that activation part seems like didn't go yet. Let me go back and see why it did not. Because we added test log is added here. You see this test log? It is test log, but it is not showing the one. So remember we were doing where we were activation. I think it's activation problem. On this one, that activation. We were 2 minutes back. We were activating. Yeah, this one. I think it did not activate it yet. So I'm going to save it, right? And then I'll try to activate. Because if you don't activate it, won't go there. So this time I'll say remove as all, and I'm going to say desktop phone, next, and this is fine, and then save. And now it's activated. I think now it's critical, right? So it seems like activated. I'm going to refresh one more time. Bank, where did my bank go? Yeah, refresh one more time and try that. Does it works? So right now, this is 2 record, no problem. I'll go to my customer, right? I'll try to edit one more and see if that pick it up. So I'm here, say change to Michigan, right? And as what is my flow? This is not right, right? There is my flow. This is not right. Where did my flow go? Few minutes back we were here, so maybe this tab is not right. Let me refresh one more time. So we are here. Maybe where did we add it? I thought we added a few minutes back, right?
It's working.
It's working. But where did we? Why my flow didn't show up? This page doesn't have my flow. What about this one? See, I activated here. It should work, but this is the page, my customer page, right? My customer page. I'm here, right? So the question is, I'll go here. So let's do one more time. Bank. It should work because we map properly. It should work without any problem. So I'm here. So my customers, right? I can pick anything. So I'll say all per second, all records. Why my flow is not coming? Are you guys able to see flow? So we few seconds back we saw, right? No?
Yeah, it works for me.
It should work actually, but where did my flow go? Let me do one thing. I need to go back to my object manager because I did add it. Where did it go? But there are so many tabs. Let me go back again one more time. Something wrong. Something I'll go back. Setup. Just one.
Did you try hard refreshing?
Yeah, that's what I'm. No, but my flow itself is not visible. So give me a second. I'll do builder. I just want to make sure the page has that thing, right? Lighting app builder. We talk about my customer page. This is the page we did, right? We did edit. Flow should be here. It's not visible there, so I'm assuming something wrong happened. Yeah. So see here, the flow is that this placeholder. You see that? So it's there. I save it. Let me one more time and save. Right? Did you guys activate it or just save work for you?
No, I activated.
Activate, right? So, and then you gone through this exercise, right? Assign organizations. Desktop. Next, right? That's fine. Next, save. So now it is activation. Let's do refresh one more time. Control Shift. Refresh. This refresh is like having an issue. So that's noticeable. That's why we do Control Shift and all. Sometimes you have to do a couple of times. So right now, see my customer account. Let's modify just now. Let's see bank. This is the one we track, right? Okay. Now we'll go to my customer. Pick one of them. Some reason it's not showing up for me, my flow.
Coming for us. Yeah, it's coming for us.
Yeah, it should come. It's not coming for us. For a second. No idea what happened with this thing. It's just not coming. But you got the idea. So at least I want to complete the other part, but it should have. Yeah, it comes. Okay. So right now, I'm just kind of giving a notes here, just to pick up time. Like I selected 29, and let's say I say I'll pick the same thing. Now next, so it's saved that. At this moment, if I go here, it's entered third record, and it should say perfect, right? So this way you can make your application has more audit log. Good. Now the last two things, we have still have 3-4 things to cover. Okay, that part is pretty long. Now let me cover quickly SQL part. Again, it's not complex. So go back to your what do you call setup, but there's a bottom, there is one thing called, don't click here. In setup, there is a concept called developer console. For any debugging you want to do, you can do developer console. So what is developer console? Developer console will give you idea. You can write your trigger, you can write your Apex code, you can do query, all kind of things you can do. So I'm going to quickly show you how this works. So click here, developer console. You can console like this. Your screen may not have this data, right?
Yes.
Don't worry. What you can do here is this, click on query editor. What you see, let me remove all this. Let me create exactly what you are having, because that way it will be easy. You have nothing, right? This one. Okay. Do you have anything? Right now, I'm going to click on query editor, right? Do you see it has nothing? Am I right? What do you see? What do you see, right? One second. Let me. When you start a new, what means? Where are you right now?
Yes,
Here.
now that's exactly one. Query editor.
Uh-huh.
We are saying
Okay. You're able to see same thing, right? Now, ideally, when we say file, new, and second here. I don't want to write. You should be able to see objects. 1 second. Lighting applications, lighting component. Yeah, here. Let's do this. Open resources. Open resources. Are you able to see this thing? Okay. Normally it comes automatically. Ready? We created 2 tables today. One table we created was custom. So let's type my customer. So my customer, you will see something like this. Objects. Click on it. Yes, sir. So basically, you are trying to investigate what you have, what data you have. So you click here, right, and say open. So that object will show up like, right? All your columns are. Let's say you want to write a query. Here, hold your control switch, select a couple of columns. Like I select ID, name, and first name, and let's say state. I'm selecting holding control. Holding control. Are you understand? Holding control switch I'm selecting. Now click on query. Click on query. So it will write query for you. Do you see that? I click on query, it writes query for you. So whatever you hold it, right? You can type here also, but because I selected, those columns are selected. And this is my object. This is nothing but my table. Now, if I execute it, you will get the result. If I click on execute, you will see the result. Are you guys getting result? Right? Whatever query you build, right? You are able to get a result. Are you getting?
No.
What you are getting?
Execute at the
You will
bottom.
click on execute.
At the bottom of that execute.
It's not working on Mac.
Okay.
No?
The autofill.
Autofill is not working. In that case, you may want to type.
I guess they are, I think it's on the.
They are pressing the another execute. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
This one.
Yeah.
You have to
We
press this.
pressed that one, so it was not coming. But
No.
left bottom is working.
It's working now.
So those who have a problem, you have to type them. This one. So I don't want to type. That's why I was selecting this one. Now here you have options to insert rows. You can do delete rows, refresh grid and all. But you can also use where clause, right? You all know very well, right? Like example, where state underscore to underscore C equals to, let's say, Illinois. Just an example, Illinois, double quotation, Illinois. So you are giving a condition, basically, and then you can execute this execute, which I'm showing on the screen. So this way you can run the query. Maybe it doesn't like my double quotation, Illinois. Let's say single quotation. I just want to make sure. And sometimes their syntax are different than ours. Let's see, and that works. So this is single quotation. So you can see now, you know very well, right? You can do grouping and all. Again, these are not for what you call day-to-day use. This is just for troubleshooting purpose. Most of the time you will be using Scrum. Good. You can also write Apex code and all, but that's not intention. You can here you can create Apex code, you can do all the troubleshooting. But this is sometimes people ask, what is the developer console? It's more for debugging purpose or testing purpose. Now I want to teach you two things before we run out of time. The main two things is report and dashboard. Okay, report and dashboard. This is important. Ready? Very simple. Zero code. We are not writing a code. We just need to follow the flow. Ready? Go to main screen, which is the app launcher, wherever we have app launcher. Here, click on this. Say yes. Ready? Okay. Report only can be created if there is a table. And from report, you create a dashboard. So series of, we have two tables, yes or no?
Yes.
So we'll create two reports and then we'll create a dashboard and we'll call a day. Okay? I give you enough information to work on your project. So first, search report. So you can see reports. You see that? Click on reports, reports. Click on the reports. So when you click on reports, screen will change. And it will give you options. We're going to create a new report. So here you go. So I'm going to create a new report. Make sense or no? Follow along. Okay. Yes, sir?
Yes.
So click on new report. So when you click on new report, you will see some screen like that. It will ask you which object you want to create a report. Anything it is asked, just ignore that. You don't need to worry about that. So here it is asking what kind of reports you want. So here, select record type, check that. Other reports. Select other report. Select other report. Make sense? Huh? In other report, I want to create it. So I need an object first. What is my object? So first was the customer. So I'll say my customer. Make sense? Huh? And I'm going to select that. And I say start report. Are you guys following? Click on that. Start report. Any problem?
No.
Okay. Click on start report. So when you click on start report, hello, it's pretty easy. In 2 minutes, you will be done. So you can create a report of your choice. What column you want, what grouping you want, what filter you want. So we'll do all together. So please understand, this is one column. But if you click on this side, there's a fields you will see. All fields, right? Whichever field you like, double click on it. So like example, I like state. Double click on it. If not working, then you drag and drop. Okay, double click normally work, but if it doesn't work, drag and drop. Why it's not coming? 1 second. Sometimes yeah, it's here, but it's not here. To see here. See,
Oh, I think
Preview
you have to
automatically.
uncheck. It's selected.
yeah, it came. It came. I think this one unchecked maybe. Is preview automatically. If you do that, it's now showing up. Make sense? Sometimes by doing this, I'm able to see yes or no? State and custom. Say yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'll do quickly couple of reports. Trust me, zero code will do. Now grouping. I want a group based on state. So you click here and you can say I want a group based on state. Easy. Did grouping? Say yes or no?
Yes.
Make sense or no? Each state, how many customers I have. So now I want to count. Say group columns. So here group rows is there, no problem. And you are counting already, right? Count 4, no problem. This is good enough. So I want to save this report. So I want to, let's do add chart. Add chart. So in add chart, you can define what kind of chart you want. So here you have option to select a chart. This gear icon. will help you to select the chart. So example, you can do funnel, whichever graph you want. So depend on color coding, it will get you the informations. Now you can go here and say, you know what, show values. I'm in a funnel chart. Chart title, I'll say state versus customers. Customer. Now here, as a show values, so it will start showing the value, right? So percentage, so each state, how the percentage is. So legends, right? And short report charts, so top and bottom, like that. And you can see now, I mean, I don't know why it's little taking time, but it is working. Makes sense for me. Now I'm going to click outside, so that part is good. States are good. Now I'm going to save it. When I save this thing, we give a proper name because we'll be using, dashboard. So we'll give a proper name. So here I'll say new my customer report, but here versus less dash, this is state versus customer. And instead of private report, you may want to change the folder. You can do private, but if you want to make others visible, you can change the folder. But for time being, it's okay. But if you're working on a company in a team, then you create a group folder. You can click on select folder and then you put those reports there so others can see. Otherwise, they will not see that. And I'm saving it. So one report is done. Please understand, you create tiny report. So I'll go through 3 reports. So it will be fun. Any questions so far? So now let's create one more time. So we're going to go to app launcher, right? Let's do a little fast. We'll say reports. Yes or no? And then reports will select new report. Select new report. This time we're going to select second other table. What was the other table? So first we'll say other report. We select other report. We select other reports. Select other reports. Other reports. And the other reports, what you're going to select is the new other one, which is called my customer accounts. This one. So it has a balance and also it's a kind of good report, right? So select it. So when you click on that, either you click from here or you click here, and I get a button here. So I'll click this button, right? You can also click here and you can start report, whichever works. So start report. Now, same concept. You click on fields, and you double click on. So let's say I want to double click on a balance. Normally it should work straight. For some reason it's not coming as fast as I want. Normally it works to double click. Are you guys getting double click? So for me it's not coming. Ideally it should come here. Now it's coming. It's like latency. Okay. Customers, we got that. And what else? Date, right? Double click on date. So this is good enough. So you select the column of your interest. Then if you want to filter means you don't want to see all, right? Like example here, we have 2004, 2005, or if you have some data, if you want to remove some of the things, then the filter, just like a workflow. So let's do filter. So in filter, let's say I want to filter anything is less than, just making up, anything less than maybe $500. I don't want to discuss about it, right? So you click here, filter, and then say add filter. Please pay attention, filter, add filter, and in that filter you do balance. In balance, please understand, we can give a condition. Balance is less than equal to, or less than, I would say less than, my mistake. We'll just say less than. If they don't have less than, oh, here you go, less than is there. And I'll say that is, let's say less than $100. Don't even talk about it. I'm just saying remove that. Again, you can do a lot of filter. You can do and, or, greater than, less than. But you come here, filter, you add filter, select the column, select the conditions, and then you apply. So this way, some of the data you're not interested in, like example, if I have United States and I'm only interested in Illinois, then I'll filter only Illinois data and focus. Or I have, let's say, whole 20 years of history, but I'm interested in the last 5 years, then I can filter it. So it's a very good idea to filter first. So apply. So oops, it's all gone, something wrong, right? So here field. Let's do field.
It came because it's in minus.
1 second. Oh, what is that? It is taking that true condition. So we need to do reverse. We need to reverse greater or equal to 100, right? Greater or equal to 100, right? Because if the condition is true, it is showing, right? So that's why greater or equal to, and it should show. Good.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's do grouping. So let's say I want to do grouping. So here, I think filter we apply, right? Go to outline, right? And we're gonna do grouping. So here, let's say group by year, maybe, right? Dates are there. So let's see. So here I will click here, and this situation I have date, which is called open date. So you can see that it is selecting the date, and in that selecting date, it's not giving me options. Normally it gives you options to select based on year, but not giving at all. Not smart that fast. A second. Let's remove for that type. We'll do differently. But right now I'm keeping like this thing. That's fine. So I'm removing the group part. At this moment, this is good. So we have balance. We have customer. Let's select one more column. What else I need is customer we have. I think this is good. And I also want to see if I have any additional column. Maybe type. Double click on type and make group on type. I think that will be more meaningful. Group on type, double click on type, and then we can say group based on type, because saving and checking is easy, right? Perfect. It works. Now let's save this thing. So save this thing. I'm going to give a dash. We'll say saving type. Saving type. Account type, saving type, like that only. So this is a type. That's fine. Whatever ways you can remember this, because we will be using in a dashboard. So save it. Okay. Now reports are done. But the final thing is a dashboard, which is ultimately project ends there, right? So now go back to App Launcher, and App Launcher search dashboards. Dashboards. Say yes. Do you guys see the dashboards? Yes or no? So click on it. Dashboards. And in dashboards, you can do a lot of interesting things. So your screen will come like that. Now you're going to open new dashboard. So you're going to say new dashboard. And then you give your name. So in our case, it's a bank dashboard or my bank dashboard, whatever it is. Cancel if you are able to see something like that. And here I'll say my bank dashboard. And descriptions, you can copy the same thing. And now create it. Good. At this moment, you and me will be on kind of same screen like this. Say yes. My bank dashboard. Ready? This is the final step. So we are almost there. So thank you for sticking it out. It will take hardly 5 minutes. So we are good. Click on visits. And let's put an image. Put an image. An image. Remember, we have downloaded a logo. So click on browse image and double click on your logo. So, and then add. So that is, and then you can minimize it. Easy. Do you think it's hard? Right? Yeah. Do that adjustments, whatever it is. You have to play around it a bit. How it is removes its step like that, left, nice, central, whichever works for you. You have to update. But this is the back. Okay. Now add another widgets. Text. Add another widgets. I hope you guys are following along. Yes or no? Add a text. And we'll say here my bank. And we can have, let's say, my bank. What you are getting is my bank dash accounting accounts and account analysis. Make it bigger. So I'm going to use like a little bit bigger font here. So you want color, change color, whatever you like, right? Make that a bit interesting. Highlighting, change the color, whatever you like, and choose. And now add. Again, you can move it around and just squeeze it like that, whichever you like, right? If you think, no, it should be in the middle, it's up to you. You can do that. I hope this is something you can enjoy when you do project. Ultimately, you will do dashboard. Any questions so far? Good. Now the final steps called reports, which is the, now we're going to do chart and table. Chart and table. It will now look for reports. So if you click on that, it will find reports. Do you see that reports, whatever we created is here? Yes or no? So now I'm going to click on that this thing, and whatever report we have created, private, which one was mine?
Select most recent.
This one, right? This is the one, right? This is the one we created, right? Copy new store product. No, this is the report. 1020. No, this is,
Report type and state versus customer.
yeah, this one, right? This is one. Yeah, so we're going to select whichever you like. Pick one. So I'm taking report type, right? Click on that and select. So the report will be visible, right? Now you can pick a graph of your choice. Makes sense or not? Right? And then say add. So your graph will be visible. You can minimize, adjust automatically. Right? It's adjust automatically. Right? Add one more. You can do same report multiple ways. So go to widgets. Right? Same graph, like it's a type, same, select same type, right? Select type, private report. So by mistake, type, right? Select type and say select. This time you can select KPI, and you can select how much KPI you have. So this is 160K, right? Whatever way you want, like example, anything you want. Here you have to adjust your information. So like example, here let's say this is what information you have, or you want to select different things. So here banking, checking, saving, whichever you like appropriately, you select that. If you want to change color, style, heading, logo, if you want to change legend like right side, left side, there are some customization options available here. You can play that, like example, you don't like color and you want to change different color. There's a way you can do that. You see, again, simple thing. I'm hoping you and your team member will spend some time. So another graph, you get that. And this graph I added here. Right? Now I'm going to go with the other graph. Okay. Now let's say I do visits. Now add visits. Now chart type. This time I'm going to do other one. State versus custom. I select that. Select. And let's say I say number. So here the 20. So it looks like there are 20 customers, right? If I select table, I might be able to see table doesn't look good. So I'll select this one, and this is like state-wise graph. I look good. I like that. And then you select like percentage, you on, off, whatever you want to do. You can specify the information. And let's say I like this one. Select that. So now your graph. Make it decent, because this one, as soon as you add any record in your database, this will dynamically update. Make sense? So anytime you change this thing, it will dynamically update that. It's a kind of nice way. Again, depend on your availability, space, and all. You increase size, width, and make it more impressive. Make sense? And then save it. When you save it, next time anyone in the organizations will come here and then they can access. So now, if it is global, I can say my bank dashboard, and anybody in the organization can search my bank dashboard. They have full access to your report, and that's what you give. If right now data, whatever you are changing, executive will see without any help. Right away, they will see. Make sense? So I hope you enjoyed. As I mentioned before, 3 hours we develop end-to-end application. You have 7 days. 7 days, okay? You guys can do tremendous work. Please understand, don't look back, look forward, because your 7 days, make it something where you can be proud. Okay, thank you so much. Next week, we will have project presentations. Every group will get 15 minutes for presentations and 5 minutes for question answers.